Hey everyone, Ashley here. Oh my gosh, it's cats and dogs. I'm so excited. So obviously the first thing that I had to do was create all of our pets that we have. So that's what I did today. That picture that you saw at the beginning is Jack, who I'm trying to create right now. And I did already like pre-record this, so and I sped it up times two. It took me about 45 minutes to make all three of them, so that's really not that bad, considering like all of the different things that you can do and all of that. So I was pretty impressed by that. I will say, Jack looks like almost exactly like he does in real life. The other two pets don't look exactly like they do, and actually, our other dog looks like nothing like what she does. But anyway, you will maybe notice right here. It took me a while to figure out. I finally figured it out, but I was in like the coat color and not the actual breed, so I was like freaking out and I was like, "Oh no, there's a glitch in the game," but it was my fault, so I figured it out. But so now we've got Jack's actual body shape. Now, the story behind Jack is when we got him, we adopted him from a shelter, and all it said for him was that he was a lab mix. So we don't know what he's mixed with, but I just tried a couple different ones to see if I could get something similar. Like, these are some of the ones that I have suspicions that he's mixed with, but I really don't know. So, but I mean, most of the time when people see him, they just say, "Oh, is he a lab?" And we're like, "Yeah, whatever." Close enough. So, but he does have like very short fur, like not so much like an actual like lab because they're kind of shaggy sometimes. But anyway, yeah. So Jack was definitely the easiest to do because he doesn't have a lot of like he's basically just black with some white, like, so he doesn't have a lot of like distinguishing features or anything like that. So yeah. But Jack was our first pet that we ever got. So he's definitely the oldest. I don't want to play favorites or anything, but he's definitely Steven's favorite. And I definitely have more of a bond with him than the other animals, at least for now, just because he's been around longer. And he is just like the sweetest dog, and we both love him so much. So, anyway, I don't know. Um, I had some trouble with his nose because I don't know, it like wasn't cooperating at first, and I really wanted like the animals to look like exactly like what they look like in real life, and I probably will be able to do that like eventually. But this was literally the very first thing I did when I opened up the game was like went in and made our family because that's what I've been wanting to do. I probably won't actually play with them very much just because like I can play with them in real life, so it doesn't really make sense to me to play with them on the computer while they're like sitting there wanting to like go out and play and stuff. So, but anyway, yeah, so it was definitely a fun thing to do. I am interested to see how like some of the gameplay goes. I'll probably make some like really interesting looking pets, and I kind of want to play with the fox because I think the foxes are really cool. So, Jack has like a white patch on his chest, so that's what I'm trying to do there. And I used the paintbrush thing. I did end up using the stencil later on with our cat, and that was pretty cool. So you'll see some of that too. I think I kind of went through pretty much all of like the editing things at like one point or another in this video. So, which I mean, I'm sure that you guys have already seen like full extensive walkthroughs. So I didn't really do that or anything because I was just kind of playing with it on my own. So that's kind of like what I was doing. But it was really easy to like do the little white spot on his chest just because like it is kind of like patchy and it's not like a perfect like white spot or anything. So that was kind of cool how like detailed I could get about it. So that was fun. And yeah, Sorry guys, I'm like really bad about this stuff. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I have trouble doing like voiceovers and stuff just because like I run out of things to say. But anyway, yeah, I want to talk more about Jack, but I don't know, like he's just an awesome dog. Like that's pretty much all there is to say about him. He's just like the coolest, like most chill dog ever, like, and he's just super friendly. I will say he barks a lot at people, but like that's not it's not like an aggressive thing, but it might sound like it, but he like barks at people, and I guess they're kind of afraid of him sometimes, but he would never hurt anybody. Like, he just likes to bark at people, and we haven't figured out why, but it's kind of funny because he's just like the nicest dog ever, but he's like whatever about people. So, um, and I did like that little pose right there because like that he actually lays like that a lot. He does not stand like that. He'd probably like crush himself with his own weight or something. He's Last time we took him to the vet, he was a little over 100 pounds. I think he's lost some weight now because we had to put him on a diet, but yeah, so. And I actually just recently got him like a new collar, and it's like a rolled leather collar, so I really wanted something like that. But I ended up going with like this other leather looking one, and we don't like ever dress him in clothes or anything. We just like put bandanas on him sometimes. So you'll see I went back and changed that bandana, and he has a bandana that looks pretty similar to the one that I end up changing it to. The one that he has like some black in it, but it's like red and white and black, so I thought that was kind of similar to what we would put in him. Alright, next up is BB. This is the one that she really doesn't look like this in real life, like at all. I don't know. It like I had so much trouble. So the story behind her is somebody dropped her off, like threw her on the side of the road at my mom's house where she lives, which my mom lives like quite a way away from us. But anyway, so like this dog was just hanging out at her house, and she was like, I can't really keep her. Like, do you want another dog? And we were like, we had to think about it for a while, but we definitely wanted her. And from the pictures, we thought she was like a lot bigger, and I was thinking that and we also thought she was a puppy. And I was thinking that she was like a pit bull puppy, and it was really funny. And right there, I'm just going back and messing with something with Jack, but I'm gonna finish my story about BB. So, anyway, like, so I already had like all these names thought out for her and everything, and like I thought she was gonna be a pit bull, and I was gonna name her Karma because I just thought that was like a really good name for her or whatever. Um, but my mom's boyfriend had been calling her B because he didn't really want to get like attached to her and like give her like an actual like name or anything, knowing that she was gonna go to us and we weren't sure what we were gonna name her because we wanted to wait till we saw her. So her name ended up being BB. So, because I didn't want to just call her B, and so like it ended up being like BB. So it's kind of like a short name or whatever, but the thing is since she just got dropped off, like we have no idea at all what she is. Like she's obviously like some sort of mixed breed, but we don't know what she is, so that made it really hard for me to try to make her on this game, just because like I really don't know like what she is. I just know she's a small dog who looks like a permanent puppy, like, and will always look like a puppy even though she's like over a year old. So I don't know, like this dog that I ended up making on here does not do her justice. Like she is just the most adorable little dog, and people are always like, "Oh my gosh, look at the puppy," and it's like, "Haha, she's not actually a puppy," but like, but she just like looks like a permanent puppy, and it's really cute, and like she's really cute. And this dog that I made on here is not that cute in my opinion. So I feel really bad. Maybe when I get better at this, like, because like I said, this is the first time that I ever played around with it. Like, maybe when I get better at it, I'll be able to make her look more like herself, because I was kind of disappointed. But, and also, she's a small dog, and you can't change the size of the cats. So I noticed when I placed them in the world that the cat is bigger than her, and that's not accurate. We actually have a really small cat, and BB is like not a super small dog. Like, she's not like the size of a Chihuahua. She's basically the size of like a puppy, like, for a regular sized dog, if that makes any sense. And she's like, I think she's a little under 20 pounds, if that gives you any kind of idea of like what size she actually is. But you know, since there's just big and small in here, I had to work with what I had. So it was like funny because I was like doing this and I was like, yeah, that kind of looks like her. And then I called her in the room and was like, BB, come here. And like, she came running in here, and I looked at her and I was like, you don't look anything like this at all. And I was like, I'm so sorry. But um, now she does have ears like that though, and I was glad that they had the ears where like one flops down. Actually, one of her ears is ripped. I don't know if that's because, like, it's not like ripped off or anything. I don't know if like she got into like a fight or something when she was like on the streets or whatever. But like, I didn't even notice at first when my mom first brought her to us. I noticed like a couple days later that she had like a part of her ear was like torn a little bit, and I was like, oh my goodness, like that's so sad. But so that's actually why one of them flops down and the other one doesn't. The ripped one actually stands up and the other one flops down, so it's kind of weird because you would think it would be the other way around, but it's not. So anyway, just another little backstory about BB. But she is just the sweetest dog. She's so friendly. Like, she'll like run up to anybody, even a stranger, which kind of concerns us sometimes. We definitely keep her on a leash when she's outside because she would like just go run off and do whatever, and we probably wouldn't see her again. And then she'd like be homeless again, and it would be really sad. So anyway, I'm just so disappointed with how this turned out. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I was like debating on whether or not to just leave her looking like a puppy because she looked more like herself in the puppy form than she does in the adult form. Because, like I said, she is like a permanent puppy. So, um, but yeah, I just kind of worked with what I had. So she's not like all black. She has like a little bit of brown and a little bit of gray in her fur. So that's what I'm doing here, is just kind of like messing with that. And I kept calling all of these pets in here like while I was making them because I didn't have any pictures on hand of them. So I was like, "Hey, come here," and like I was like looking at them while I was making them. But they kept like walking away and stuff. They were like, "What do you want?" And then they would just leave. So I was just like, speaking of, like, Jack just walked in here with a toy, so but anyway, so that was just kind of like, they kind of helped me a little bit, but then they would just leave, and I was like, wait, I'm not done making you. I need to know how you look, like, so that I can make you on here. But anyway, we're about done with her. Her collar is actually like hot pink in real life, but all they had was like that baby pink. So, and she also wears a bandana sometimes, so I put a cute little bandana on her. I did want to put her in the shark outfit, but I don't know. I wanted to like keep it kind of realistic, so I might put her in the shark outfit if the house that we move into on the game has a pool or something, because I really don't know if BB would actually swim or not. Like, I think she would just kind of like like just freeze up and sink to the bottom, to be honest, because she just, I don't see her being a swimming kind of dog. So Jack Jack likes to swim, but BB, we're not sure. So anyway, I'm sorry I haven't really talked about their traits at all. I can't remember what I did, so for Jack, he's friendly, couch potato, and a glutton, which like definitely sums him up. And then BB is, I guess that was like hyper, and she's friendly, and I can't remember what the other one was, but you'll be able to see it on the screen though. So this is Pumpkin. She is our cat, obviously, and Pumpkin has a backstory too. So we've had Pumpkin longer than we've had BB. So we found Pumpkin in the parking lot at an apartment that we used to live in, and we like took her to the vet and tried to like see if she had a microchip or anything. And Steven was like we're keeping her and stuff, and I was like, yeah, if she doesn't have an owner, we'll keep her. And it actually turned out that like a whole litter of these cats had been like dumped off at the apartment somewhere, because we saw like other ones walking around, and I saw like a found pet one that looked like it could be her brother or something. So yeah, so that was kind of sad, but at least she had found a good home and everything, because we love her to death. She's just like the silliest, funniest cat. I had a lot of trouble making her look like she does in real life. She's so adorable in real life, and I do think she's adorable on here too, but like it was really hard to get her patterns right, because she just has like all these like crazy cool patterns. And I did end up changing her fur to white. I don't know why I didn't do that to begin with, because her white fur that she has is just like so white, and just like I don't know, like it's just always so clean. Like she keeps herself really clean. But so like I definitely went back and changed that, and it made her look a little bit more like she was. It was funny cuz she was standing on the desk while I was making this. Cuz I called her in here and she came in here, and I was like looking at her. But before that, like what I'm doing right now was like all me just trying to remember like what she looked like. And then when I called her in here, I ended up just like erasing all of this because I was like, none of this is right. So you'll see that soon. But it was just kind of funny because I was like, wow, I am really bad at remembering what you look like. So anyway, um, yeah, Pumpkin, she's silly. It took us a while to it took Steven a while to warm up to her. I liked her immediately. And there's a little bit of a sad story that ended up with like a happy ending and stuff, but like one day when we were at the apartment, I had bought Pumpkin a little harness, and we always like took Jack for a walk, obviously, and I was like, I want to take Pumpkin with us. And so I was carrying her because cats don't actually walk, but I had her like strapped to the harness. And so we were walking around and it was fine and everything, but then a golf cart drove by, and Pumpkin like totally freaked out. She tore up my arms, and she got out of the harness, and her collar fell off because she had like one of those breakaway collars. So like I was like bleeding, like dripping blood and everything, and I was like running around trying to find her, and I ended up like crying so hard because I couldn't find her. And I was just like, I didn't even realize that I had like gotten so attached to her until that happened. And I was like crying, and I was like, we're not gonna find her, she's gone forever and stuff. And like we spent probably a good hour like walking around the apartment looking for her, and like we were like looking under cars and just like looking everywhere. And then I like went around the back of our apartment, and I was just like, Pumpkin, here kitty kitty. And then I heard like a meow, and I was like, oh my god. And she was like at the top of somebody's stairs just like hanging out, and I was like, oh my god. And I started crying, and I was just like, you're fine, you're back. And like so I like picked her up, and we took her inside. And so now whenever she like goes outside, she kind of like just freezes up. She doesn't I don't think she likes going outside because of all the noises. So we kind of keep her close by. Like when we do take her out, like we'll put her on like the balcony or something like that. And she'll just hang out with us. And she's not much of an explorer. She's definitely an indoor cat for sure, but we do let her like go out there with us every now and then and just hang out. And I'm sorry if you can hear my dogs in the background. They're like playing with each other and they were kind of growling, like the play growl kind of thing. So, hi Jack. He just came running in here. I'm definitely gonna have to play with them after I finish this video. But anyway, so here, like, I had Pumpkin sitting in my lap while I was doing this, so I was like, okay, well, I can see your back. So I was able to, like, sort of get her back right. And then, like, it was basically just, like, whatever I could see on her body, like, because first she was laying in my lap, and then she, like, got up and walked around on the desk. So I was able to see, like, most of her body, but the parts that I couldn't see, I had to kind of guess. Um, and I'm not familiar with cat breeds. Like, I don't know, but she's like an orange and white cat. Like this is kind of what she looks like. So I don't know if anybody knows like what kind of breed that is. Like, comment down below. But I just used the calico stencil because like I think she is a calico cat, like, or at least like a type of calico cat. I'm really not sure. But yeah, she's just like white with the like orange, brownie orange, like stripes everywhere, so I don't know, but anyway, I'm pretty sure I fixed all that, like, cause that looks kind of bad. I think at this point she was like walking away, so I was like, wait, and I was like trying to look at her and figure out. I definitely should have had my phone with me and been looking at the pictures of them while I was making them, because making Pumpkin from memory is really hard to do. But yeah, so I think I got kind of close. Also, like, the eyes, like her eye color is like a yellow green. Like, it looks yellow sometimes and it looks green sometimes, and she has like really pretty eyes, and I wish I could have gotten like a closer color to that. Oh my god, she was so cute as a kitten. We never, like, she was, I think she was around 6 months old when we found her, so we never saw her like as a little kitten, and that would have been adorable. But anyway, and her collar, she has a skull collar, so it's like black with like little white skulls on it, because you know she's just a vicious killer. But anyway, so she doesn't. They didn't have that in the game, obviously, but I just put a little black collar on her. And it's a breakaway collar, so like it gets lost a lot. But what did I do for hers? She's like playful, and I can't remember what I put. It's like I'm like watching it right now, but it's on like a really small screen, so it's not. Yeah, but I know she's playful, and I think friendly was another one that I put. I can't remember exactly, but you should be able to see what they were. But anyway, so there I'm just like trying to get rid of some of this, because like she has like the orange patterns and stuff like on the top of her, and then kind of like in between, like between the top of her and her legs, like her middle body part doesn't really have like a lot of markings on it or anything, so that's kind of close, I guess. But the other thing is she's also like really small, so anyway, so I just kind of like clicked on our sim selves really quick just so you could see. And then there's Jack, and then BB, and then Pumpkin. So, and yeah, so I put it back on Jack just because he's the one that I like the best on here. But anyway, here's a couple pictures of my dog and my cat. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!